President Trump again defending his decision to strike Iran.
We're doing very well on the war front, to put it mildly.
Arguing Iran would have developed a nuclear weapon if he hadn't.
When crazy people have nuclear weapons, bad things happen.
This as we're learning more about the lead up to his decision. A senior U.S. official confirming Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called President Trump last Monday, telling him Iran's supreme leader and his top advisors would be meeting in Tehran on Saturday and would be vulnerable to a single strike.
How important was that information in the president making the decision to strike where and when he did?
I think it was important with respect to the timeline, but I think the president, prior to that phone call, had a good feeling that the Iranian regime was going to strike United States assets and our personnel in the region.
On Thursday, the U.S. team negotiating with Iran told the president that in their view, a real deal on Iran's nuclear and ballistic missile programs would be impossible to reach. On Friday, the president ordered the strikes to begin. Democrats on Capitol Hill have been pushing back, trying to block Trump's ability to fight the war without congressional approval. Republicans defeating that effort overnight, while tensions have been rising. This man protesting the war arrested by Capitol Police yesterday. Republican Senator Tim Sheehy joining the effort to remove the man, who says he is a veteran. While NBC News polling shows a majority of voters disapprove of the president's handling of the situation in Iran, Republicans and the White House staying the course.
Does the president believe the country supports the actions that he's taken so far in Iran?
I think he does. This is a rogue terrorist regime.
As the 6 American service members killed by an Iranian drone in Kuwait are mourned among the fallen. 20-year-old Sergeant Declan Cody's uncle, remembering him as exceptionally bright.
Started remembering him. There was just something beautiful about him, something amazing, something very intelligent about him.
Air raid sirens in Jerusalem this morning and new explosions in Tehran as the U.S. and Israel trade fire with Iran. The message from the Pentagon and the White House that the U.S. is winning and larger waves of strikes are coming.
Their missiles are being wiped out rapidly.
President Trump arguing striking Iran was necessary to keep the regime from developing a nuclear weapon.
When crazy people have nuclear weapons, bad things happen.
Critics in Congress dissatisfied with the administration's explanations pushed a resolution to limit the president's war powers without congressional approval, but Senate Republicans voted it down. That amid new details, a senior U.S. official confirmed to NBC News that Israel's prime minister called President Trump last Monday to say Iran's supreme leader would be meeting with his top advisors on Saturday, offering a chance to take them all out at once.
That obviously had an impact on the timeline of the operation, but not quite the president's decision in its entirety.
Trump officials point to a breakdown in nuclear talks with Iran last Thursday and the president's belief Iran would strike first. New polling from NBC News shows a majority of Americans surveyed disapprove of the president's handling of the situation in Iran, as families mourn the 6 U.S. service members killed in Iranian counterstrikes on Kuwait, where they were stationed. Among them, 20-year-old Sergeant Declan Cody.
I just wish he could have known one more time that we all loved him because he was so amazing and kind.
Now Americans across the Middle East scrambling to get to safety with the administration promising help. Facing growing criticism about the planning to get stranded Americans home with thousands of flights canceled, the White House now says the administration is chartering flights free of charge and opening seats on military planes. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.